Nation, it is Tuesday, a day that is less of a jerk than Monday, less of a middle-of-the-roader like Wednesday, nowhere near as fun as Thursday, Friday, or Saturday, but not nearly as depressing as Sunday. And for all of those reasons, I kind of like Tuesday. While it's not the best day of the week, you know what you're getting. It's a straightforward, not fuck-around day. And all that said, DeFranco friends and fam, I hope you're having a good one. If not, let me talk about some news-type stuff and things that matter to me today. And Nation, the first thing I want to talk about today is YouTube. Reason being is YouTube will reportedly be launching a new music service that is rumored to be called YouTube Music Pass in the next few days, with a much wider launch later down the road. This is a service that will charge people to watch and listen to music without ads and allow them to download songs through their mobile devices. Essentially a premium music service to compete with Spotify, Beats Music, even Google's Play All Access. And so it's an interesting move, but of course because it's Google YouTube, there has been some drama. Reason being is independent labels have said that this move could make it so that independent artists essentially disappear. And the reason for that is they confirm that the Google service will be dropping content from independent labels that have not signed up for its upcoming subscription music service. To which, of course, you would ask, well, why the hell don't they just sign up? To which the independent labels would point you to all the articles where they're claiming that they're being strong-armed into terrible, terrible deals. And as far as the indie artists, I mean, we're talking about maybe some of your favorite YouTube musicians, including artists like Adele, Arctic Monkeys, and Jack White having their videos removed from this service and taken down. Google's saying they've signed the labels that constitute 90% of the industry, while the indie labels say that no, they own 32.6% of the market share, so your numbers are bullshit. And it's all crazy. A side thing that kind of amuses me is that 7 years ago, all these music people didn't want their stuff on YouTube, and now they're more than happy to sign a deal because they're like, we need money somehow. But it will be very interesting to see what happens. I mean, Google does not really have a history of budging and not marching to the beat of its own drum. They do, for better or worse, have a very, get in the car, get run over mentality, and we'll see what happens. I know that a lot of people are gonna hear this and they're gonna be like, YouTube's just going for the money. Yeah, they're a business. At the end of the day, that's all they come down to. They may innovate, experiment, but at the end of the day, the dollar controls that company. And guys, from there, I want to share some stuff I love today, and Today in Awesome brought to you by the number Slevin. Not 7 or 11, it's Slevin, coming to a classroom near you November 2nd, 2014. And the first bit of awesome today is OK Go put out a new YouTube video, and it's really more of what we've come to expect, which is never knowing what to expect from an OK Go music video. The video is for their song The Writing's on the Wall, and the entire thing is just optical illusion after optical illusion. Reportedly, they put in 3 weeks and 50 takes to get this video, and I just love it. There are very few musicians and bands that go out of their way to make really cool music videos these days. Then, for Game of Thrones fans that love or love to hate Cersei, Lena Headey went on to the late night show to show her patented drunken insult face, and it's as epic as you think it would be. Then we had a new international trailer for Guardians of the Galaxy, and it's at that point where there's like almost maybe too many trailers, but this one features more dialogue from Rocket Raccoon, and it's starting to seem like maybe he's gonna steal the show. The awesomeness of the character itself, and the awesomeness of the voice actor Bradley Cooper, it might happen. I still love you, Chris Pratt, don't worry. And the last bit of awesome hopefully has not been removed from YouTube by the time that you actually click the link in the description down below. And that's because a tuber by the name of Simon Chong took the first song from Book of Mormon. By the way, if you never watch a musical ever in your life and you only watch one, watch the Book of Mormon, and animated it to look like it was part of South Park, and it is amazing. If you've never heard or seen Hello, watch this video. If you have heard or seen Hello, watch this video. And so there's just a little bit of awesome to make your day maybe less sucky. Then, in super awesome news, if you are a person I hate texting because you use emojis too much, 250 new emoji icons will be added to the Emojipedia in July, and also I just said Emojipedia, and that is not like a word I made up. And while not many photos of the new icons have been released, what we do know many are computer themed, you know, floppy disks, printers, keyboards. Also, just finishing that sentence, why floppy disks? You realize that the people that use these didn't grow up with them. Like you say 1.44 megabytes, I have like a twinge because something in the back of my head that used to exist is like, floppy disks? There are generations of people that do not realize how exciting it was when your friend got a CDR burner. Because after living in an age of floppy disks, that was like infinite porn forever. Now on the good side, you'll also be able to threaten your friends with your new military airplanes and rocket emojis. And it all boils down to the only emoji that is being added that I will probably use, this guy. And I guess the main point of this story is growing up is slowly realizing that you don't understand anything in the world anymore. Also, I rarely talk about sports news, but I have to mention that the United States won a World Cup game yesterday, and that is amazing. Not only because we've never beat Ghana before, they were the team that kicked America out the last 2 times, but for a second, America actually cared about football. And the rest of the world should not be offended. We don't care about a lot of stuff until it turns into a competition. One of the best examples of that recently, hockey. Not America in general, but the LA Kings won, and they were like, yeah, let's have a parade. And this was LA's parade. Everyone acted like they cared. And what a terrifying game for America it was. 30 seconds in, you get the lead. Then everyone starts pulling hamstrings and getting kicked in the face. Dempsey's Bloody Nose is gonna be on at least like 25,000 shirts before the end of the World Cup. And then that late goal, and then you got to see like all these Americans excited. And I'm just gonna live in this moment and act like we're not going to be playing Germany soon. And the last thing we're gonna talk about today, remember that whole ISIS, Iraq, America, Syria thing I talked about yesterday? Well, today Obama announced we are sending 275 troops to Iraq. He said, quote, "The force is deploying for the purpose of protecting U.S. citizens and property, if necessary, and is equipped for combat. They are to provide support and security for U.S. personnel in the U.S. Embassy in Baghdad." Also, for those wondering how long those soldiers would be there, he wrote that the force would remain in Iraq until the security situation becomes such that it is no longer needed. So an indefinite situational stay that may increase if ISIS does actually try to take Baghdad. But White House spokesperson Jay Carney did want to clarify, we are not contemplating ground troops. This is specifically just to protect American lives. And Obama's riding this weird fine line. I feel like that number of 275 troops was just argued on. Probably hoping that the number is low enough so people aren't like, oh God, are we just sending our troops back to Iraq to fight someone else's war? But enough to show that we are trying to take care of our own when we know that a threat is imminent. Because likely the Democrats don't want people shouting Benghazi 2.0 in the next presidential election. And ultimately it's a bad situation that could get much, much worse. But we'll have to wait and see what happens. And guys, I think that's where I'm gonna end today's show. And I'd love to know your thoughts on anything I talked about today, but it does bring us to the big question of the day. What do you think about Obama sending 275 troops to Baghdad? Should he send more? Should he not have sent any? Should he just get everyone out of the embassy? I've seen a range of opinions on the interwebs, and I'd love to know what yours is. And remember to possibly get pelted with a $50 gift card to 4humanpeoples.com, where we sell the shirts, the posters, the tanks, the everything. Just leave a comment down below, and hey, maybe while you're at it, hit the like button, favorite, subscribe, do a little dance, make a little love, get down tonight. But guys, of course, as always, my name's Philip DeFranco. You've just been filled in. I love your faces, and I'll see you tomorrow.